Have you ever watched someone walk away from something real, a relationship, a dream, a fresh start, and wonder why? Maybe that person was someone that you loved. Maybe that person was actually you. Today, we're going to talk about why people give up on life, on their goals, especially on love. Hi, I'm Evelyn, the founder of Love and Connection. I help intentional single date with more clarity, confidence, and wisdom so they can stop wasting time on the wrong connection and start choosing healthier, meaningful love. So let's get into today's conversation. Today, we're going to talk about why people give up on life, on their goals, especially on love. And I promise this is not about judgment, this is all about understanding. Before we continue, I would like to invite you to explore my private matchmaking service at Love and Connection. If you are single, intentional, and ready to meet someone who aligns with your values, lifestyle, and relationship goals, this service was created for you. We take the time to understand who you are, what you're looking for, and what kind of connection would truly support your future. This is not random dating. This is a more thoughtful, guarded, and intentional way to meet someone. So click the link in the description to book a clarity call and learn more about private matchmaking with love. So, we love to call people quit weak, lazy, unmotivated, right? But most people who give up aren't weak at all. They are just exhausted. Exhausted from hoping, exhausted from trying, exhausted from believing, only to be let down one more time. For them, giving up isn't failure. It is survival. It's the only way they know how to protect themselves from more pain. When you think about it, honestly, that makes a lot of sense, even when it keeps them stuck. Here is what nobody talks about enough. You see, our past doesn't just shape our memories, it shapes our expectations. Someone who has failed repeatedly start assuming failure is coming again. Someone who has been rejected, hurt, or abandoned, they don't wait around to get hurt again. They leave first. So psychology actually calls this learned helplessness, when the brain has been trained by experience to believe that effort doesn't change the outcome. It is pattern recognition gone wrong. Here is the truth that is uncomfortable, and that is fear rarely announces itself. It doesn't say I'm scared, it says I don't care anymore. It looks more like procrastination. It looks like, ghosting. It looks like someone pulling away when things start to get real. And you tend to wonder, especially in love and dating, the people who run aren't always the one who don't care. Sometimes they're actually the one who cares the most and have no idea how to handle it. Vulnerability is terrifying when you've been burned before, and walking away actually feels more easier or safer. So let's be real. We live in a world built for impatient. Like, look around you. You can swipe for a date, you can stream any movie, you can get food delivery in 20 minutes. Everything tells us if it's not working fast, move on, right? And that mindset has quietly invaded how we approach goals, how we approach career, and even how we approach relationship. When results don't come quickly, we don't ask, am I doing it right? We ask, is this even, worth my time? And the answer we land on almost automatically is no. If this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button right now. Every week, we talk about dating, relationship, red flags, green flags, and how to stop repeating the same patterns. So if you're trying to love smarter, not just harder, this is your channel. Subscribe, And turn on the notifications. Don't miss what's coming. Real growth, though, has always required the one thing our culture hates the most, and it's patience. Patience is a virtue. Of all the things people give up on, love might be the one that hurts the most to watch. Most people don't stop believing in love because they stop wanting it. They stop because hope for itself hurts. They become emotionally unavailable, not because they are cold, but because they mistake distance for peace. And I think this understanding matters in a lot because he helps us to see a particular behavior for itself, like without having to internalize everything. These people walk away at the first sign of difficulty and call it a red flag. They feel discomfort and call it incompatibility. But here's the truth, and here's the thing. Real love is not effortless, it is intentional. It shows up on the hard days, not just the easy days. Now, and this matters, not all giving up is actually bad. There is a real difference between quitting because something is hard and letting go because something is wrong. For example, setting boundaries, walking away from toxic situation, knowing your worth, that's not weakness, that is wisdom. The challenge is being honest with yourself about which voice you are actually listening to. Is it your God or is it your fear? And that is how you can actually differentiate it. So, what does it take to stop giving up on the things that actually matters for your growth, for your life? It's not motivation. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and it goes, just like a mood. What actually works is letting that failure is feedback, not a verdict. It is building your tolerance for discomfort, not eliminating it, but learning to move on through it without fleeing. I'll say it's practicing self compassion, treating yourself the way you treat a friend who was struggling, right? People who persist aren't fearless. They've just kind of learned that pain doesn't mean stop, it means keep going carefully. Sometimes staying changes what living never could. Maybe the goal isn't to never give up. Maybe the goal is simply to stop giving up on the things that could actually change your life. And this could be anything, this could be job, it could be anything. And if this is on for you, please drop a comment. Have you ever given up on something too early? It could be a goal or it could even be a person. So please, I would like to see your comment. And if you are someone who has been giving up on anything, this video was for you. You deserve more than a quiet exit. So like this video if this resonates. Subscribe if you want more reels, more conversation about love, growth, and showing up for yourself. I will see you next time. Bye for now.